All right, guys, getting close here. Our crude oil inventory report session getting ready to kick in. We'll see the reaction in less than a minute and a half. Take a look really quick while we have time. So let's see, the high point up here at 63.18 and the low at 61.67. That's a pretty decent amount. We saw that there was good action earlier and that both counterpunch and spotlight hitting power of quitting goals. Hopefully that bodes well for our session. And we'll see the spike, the reaction in a few seconds. There it is. 61.67 is the low of the day. It'll be interesting to see if crude oil makes a run at that. I'll mark this initial boundary here. Let's see if it breaks through. Oh, trading back up into the middle again. Got some other resistance right up in here. Let's just kind of mark that as well. So right back to the middle. Kind of seen that lately, but retesting the 50 moving average, which is moving lower along with the 200, both scooting lower. So we got about 40 seconds to go. This short has canceled, right, with the two closes above the signal line. So we're not going to go with this purple trade. That's just a reactive trade. There's a new setup now at 62.14. We have to keep an eye on that one. Definitely trading into the low of the day, but we still have 15 seconds. But so far, that is the trade that we have to keep an eye on, and it already triggered in, and we could get in sync. Well, I think it's gone too far for me. I mean, you have a chance to grab it on a pullback, I suppose, if it comes up and gives it to you, or wait for a new setup. It didn't come back anyway. So there, that new trade there, if you can grab it at 99, is valid, but it did plug in. It hit too fast. I don't know. I mean, I got an order placed, but I don't think it's going to give it to me. There's a new trade there, and that's at 89. Kind of hate taking these.
Order filled.
You know, at some point the trendy trade will lose, but that is the trade, and it triggered in.
Order
and the stop's
filled.
at 01. And it's done. I don't know if anyone had a chance to grab that other short, if you were able to get it fast enough. So now there's a long trade at 06. I probably would adjust that to 08 just to get above that spike, targeting 62.20 and 26. And the stop on that would be at 88.
Order filled.
And it did just trigger in, so let's see. And getting up to money managed, not quite money management. If you made a 2-tick adjustment, now getting up to 17, still not quite money management, but it did go 9 of the 10 ticks. You might want to lock in 1 tick and protect yourself at this point, unable to get fully 10 ticks. Let's see if it'll push higher here. And there it is. So now for sure, make sure you've got your money management, and that's target 2 reached, and the stop should be at 09. And let's see if we can get to target 3. The failure to get lower maybe leading to a strong move higher, maybe. All right, well, the stop just moved up again to 14, and we are getting a stronger move higher, and now the stop moving to 19 and continuing to move higher. The stop now at 24. And maybe we catch a runner here. Let's see if we can break through this upper end of the range that was established at the reaction. If it can get through that, maybe we have a nice ride. I don't know about you guys, but that's power of quitting for me anyways.
Order filled.
And unfortunately, it did stop out. That's too bad. But that looks pretty good. Yeah, you guys do okay with that? A little tricky coming down, and you know, you had 1, 2, 3, the 4th short. Wasn't my favorite setup, and I kind of wanted to avoid it, but I try not to think too hard. I just let the trade plan do its thing. Because once you start avoiding trades, then you don't, you know, it's a slippery slope to destroying your trade plan that works so well. So for me, it's like I took it. The debate was the earlier trade the correct trade, and it's really just a matter of whether you're set up to execute fast enough. My problem, of course, is I'm flipping over to another monitor and dealing with Thinkorswim. I was unable to get my order in fast enough for that. So then I went for the next trade. Maybe that was a mistake, perhaps. I don't know. What did you guys do? Because this trade here got to money management, would have been break even. Clearly, let's see, that was at 28 seconds past, and then it came up 30 seconds. You literally had 9 seconds, probably enough time to place the trade. Any questions? Yeah. So did you then take the next one also, Rashid? Because to me, I think that if you're like optimized for order entry and very efficient, like if you're chart trading, you could have placed that trade with enough time. If I was trading this on TradeStation and all I had to do was hit my Alt key and my mouse, I could have placed a chart trade right there and it would have been tradable. And I probably should have, you got to think about this in live time when everything's going fast, and then the next setup comes, So I just lean on going with the newest setup since I didn't get that one, but I think that one was probably the correct one. And, my bad that I couldn't execute it, but it's because the way I'm set up when I'm doing the trade room is not the most efficient setup. You guys should be way more efficient than me. If I was trading with TradeStation, I think it would have been tradable. I know it would have been. 9 seconds is way enough time to place a trade. But with Thinkorswim having to, fumble over, find the mouse, get to the other monitor, try to place a trade with a ladder that's hopping around. Not, at that point it was too late. I missed it. So then I put in the order on the next trade, and I'm thinking to myself, man, that's too many shorts. The trend is going to fail, and I think that trade's going to lose, and it did. Of course it did. But then the long trade was a really nice move and kind of solved everything. So anyway, varying degrees of success. Look at our resistance levels, though. Look at how the price is now trading right back in the middle of the reaction. This is why I like to draw those lines, because I really want to understand, what's going on with the price action. But if you think about what we talked about earlier, the failure to break lower, right? It's breaking through these lows here, and it failed just enough to trigger us into that, overextended short trade. But the failure to get lower led to a strong move in the opposite direction. So when that white trade popped up, I was all over it. Hopefully you guys were too. You know what? You're right, Mitch. And you guys want to look at that now, or should we just wait? Well, we can look at it now. Let's just look at Spotlight really quick, since it's all part of the inventory report. Yeah, Spotlight in the end is probably more profitable than the 377 tick with Counterpunch. I've seen enough of it over the last year and a half to be able to say with confidence that if you have a little more patience and you don't mind trading a little longer, because Spotlight doesn't have as many trades as Counterpunch. Counterpunch kind of gets you in and finished faster. But I think Spotlight gives you better trades and in the end more profitable trades. So let's just follow through and see. So the first trade actually, remember, you can get in sync after the report. This would have been a great one to grab, but it's still not 2 minutes in, so you can't, right? You're still waiting. And so unfortunately that one gets away. So then the next trade is the blue one. And there you go. That looks like the white trade, but it's not. The white trade was on a 377 tick chart, but it's the same price action that produced the white trade that we took. This is a momentum bar and one and done, and that's, beautiful. What more could you ask for? Yeah, boom. Thank you, Mitch. And, it's always a good idea to keep tabs on unleaded gas, because that one also is a strong winner on this report. And we may start looking at heating oil again, too, just for grins and chuckles, just to have something other. It'd be nice to be able to trade all these, but you also have to be careful that you don't step on your own toes by trying to do too much. So I don't remember if this is Spotlight 2.0 or I think, yeah, this is 2.0. I can see the 2.0 setups. It's a reversal. It's a 1.0 trade that wins. The OSOB gets you long right here, and look at your target 2. And look at your target 3. I'm just barely missing. 79 tick winner on unleaded gas. And the crude oil report with Spotlight and Counterpunch, they're both winners. Again, Dave M., that's the whole thing. We only have 2 hands. And I agree that, you got to just kind of commit. If you can't execute them, maybe if you're able to trade chart trade, right? You're just chart trading as long as they don't both happen at the same time, and you could execute and manage them. The problem happens if you get a stop and reversal. What if you get two? What if you get a stop and reversal on both charts and those happen at the same time? It'd be problematic. Well done, Paul Farley. All right, guys, so let me take a pause here.